picture, man.
Are you arresting me? Are you arresting me? I actually I can give you the social security. Looking at you. I'm Marcus Pittman. Let me actually give you my security. Okay. You're a current student here? I am a current student. Okay, my thing with you. One thing about it, you've had different religions. That's right. Right. So whatever your religion is, you might want to keep it to yourself. A lot of people don't want to hear it. Sir, that violates my First Amendment if you're demanding me to do that. Okay, please do that. And also, I preach at VCU, CNU, and several other universities on campus. That don't matter. Yes, it does, because it's public campus. This is not my first time I've preached this. Seriously, it's a public university, and I have a right
but it's a problem when you draw in a crowd.
I want to draw a crowd. I want them to hear what I'm saying.
For lawful reasons. And what, you know the
it's lawful reasons.
No, unlawful. Because they are confrontation with you.
It doesn't matter. What is your job as a police officer? Is to protect the freedom of speech.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as we get done here, I'll be glad to show it to you.
What does the Constitution protect? It protects offensive speech. You don't have to protect free speech where people aren't offended by. You have a responsibility.
I will as soon as we finish here, ma'am. I'll be glad to do that. I understand, but since I'll give it to you in a second. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I will. No, ma'am, I'm not. I said I would be glad to cooperate. As soon as we finish here, I'll be glad to do that.
He's talking to him. I'm talking to you. I need your ID.
Okay. Why do you need my ID, ma'am? May I ask?
You're on Thomas Nelson Community College.
Okay, that's fine. That's a good reason. I'm just asking. Sure. You bet.
That's not slander. Are you impeding my right to free speech right now?
No.
Okay, so
Sir, can you step back, please?
You're not going to do it out here.
Thank you.
If I were to preach, would I be arrested?
You can preach anywhere in your privacy.
Am I violating any rules or laws by being here, ma'am?
If I preach on a public university.
Okay, then
But I need your ID because you have to be on this. Anytime you're out here, you're supposed to have to present your ID.
That's fine.
Anybody that asks for it.
And I have. I just asked if I was violating any rules or laws. And what I don't understand is the hostility, ma'am. We haven't done anything to treat you in any way discourteously or disrespectful. So I don't understand. But ma'am, you were being very hostile. I don't understand why. Because we were trying to cooperate with everything you're asking us to do in a polite and respectful manner, but we're not getting treated the same way. I don't understand why that's happening. Ma'am, I'm not asking you to debate. I just asked a simple question. It never started. You weren't able to reply.
That was their words to the student activity. I don't remember the name off. How did she go? I talked to her on the phone. Before I come.
Sure it wasn't another student?
So, do we need to leave the campus? Are you asking us to leave the campus?
And she got the information I asked for. And she
Sir, don't ask me no questions, okay? I will give it to you in a minute. Don't ask me no more
Just
questions.
the other day,
okay?
a guy was standing right there.
No, ma'am. I would like to know what's happening. I think I have a right to know what that is. If you're saying we've done nothing wrong, we're not violating any rules or laws, so I'm asking if we're being asked to leave the campus.
People didn't stop him. He was shouting at people over there, telling, hey, you need to join football. I'm saying, hey, you need to come to Christ. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
But you have a right to say what you want to say, but it's not clear. When it becomes unlawful reason, and as you saw, you were shouting, they were shouting.
I was raising my voice so I could be heard.
But they were shouting at you.
They were, and you
Right,
should
they
stop
was
them.
getting
You're good to stop them because you have a.
Is that not what I did?
You did, and I thank you, but I can handle the interaction, and I appreciate it. But you're to protect me, who's voicing my text.
All the students, faculty, staff is out. That's my job.
That's correct. And so your thing was you were not telling me what would happen if I continued.
Could you answer my question, ma'am?
On public university.
Officer Sherwood.
I'm asking you, so
Shannon, I'm sorry. Officer Shannon.
If you want to preach, you can preach in
democracia. Yo sabes, people should say. That's not what the Constitution says.
That's viewpoint discrimination, sir. It's unconstitutional. It's a violation of the Constitution, sir.
The next time you butt in, I'm going to arrest you for obstruction of justice.
Yes,
Plain and
sir.
simple. You keep recording all you want to.
Yes, sir.
Back to you, sir.
Excuse me, ma'am.
I appreciate your concern for my health and safety, but my freedom of speech takes a greater priority over mine because it is the law of the land. And so you are to protect my freedom of speech by defending me if what things were to get out of control. That's your job as an officer, is to protect the Constitution.
At one point in time, everything was getting out.
Huh? I've seen it get far worse than that. This is not the first time I preach. I handled it pretty well. Outstanding. As a Christian, I believe that I will be persecuted and all kinds of things for my faith. So it is totally expected. Because that's how you learn. That is why campuses like ACU, CNU, and all these universities, we reached at Tidewater Community College. In fact, we sat down with the police department yesterday, and they said their words to us, and our police department is, we want to do everything we can to protect your freedom of speech and your right to be here.
Okay, but
And so that's what the university said. So my question is why? I mean, that's why the police department said. We met with him, Officer Rick. His name is Officer Rick, and you can talk. I mean, not that you're obligated to keep Norfolk law, but here's the point. I as a student here, are you telling me that if I say something to my teacher, let's say I'm in a world religions class, and he speaks a whole bunch of lies about Christianity. If I defend my viewpoint with him, and it offends him or someone in my class, I can be arrested.
See, now you asking what if question.
Well, no, okay. What if I preach?
Has it happened?
Huh?
Has it happened?
No, but your logic is saying that because if I offend somebody, that I'm violating a law, and so I'm asking.
No, that's not what it says.
So I'm not violating any
Don't
law.
put words in my mouth. Okay.
Am I violating the law?
Anytime you're violating law, if it becomes unlawful.
And what law is
And
that?
that's exactly what they was doing. It became unlawful when you start shouting, and one thing gonna lead to another. And you saw several guys approach you.
That's right.
as
They were
a
asking
group.
questions.
No.
Yes,
Not
yes,
when
you
I
were.
come out here.
They were asking questions.
Not when I come out here. No. There's a difference asking questions and shouting, which can lead to unlawful.
There's a large crowd there. Of course you're going to shout. Can I have an amp? Can I have an amp so we can reduce and I can give a kid a mic? And okay, so I can't have an amp. I can't. Can you just say that? This cannot be my religious forum. So there's a place in the United States under the Constitution
Look, we're not going to get in a debate with you.
that this cannot be my
We're not going to
religious
get in a
forum.
debate with you. But just want to let you know that we're not going to do that out here.
I'm not going to preach. Do what out here?
We're not going to stand on pictures.
There's nothing wrong with sharing your views with people that want to listen to your views. But the problem comes when it becomes
Freedom of speech.
confrontation
Okay,
between the two parties.
okay.
That's the part you miss.
It's viewpoint discrimination. You're saying what I am saying is offending people, so therefore I have no right to say it. That's what
Is
you're
that what I
saying.
said?
Nobody said that.
Is that what I
You put
said?
words in his mouth.
Is that what I said?
Nobody said
That is exactly what you've said.
No.
Oh, we
it
have it
is?
on video. It is.
No.
I don't care what you have on video. Did you get that?
Yeah, we do.
Right.
All right. So, okay. So if I continue to preach, what law am I breaking?
You're not breaking the law until it becomes unlawful.
Okay.
Whereas
And when they become unlawful, what law am I breaking?
when people start shouting at you, cursing at you, the law is being broken. At that point, we must separate the two parties. That's the law.
Okay, so I can get up there and address them kindly, not to become unlawful and have civilized discussion.
No,
And then it's their problem.
Matter of fact, let's go over student activity. See who